Chapter 4.
All right, so now let's see what's gonna happen in chapter 4. Whew, brace yourself. I'm sure she gonna do something stupid. Look, Kim is yeah. That's why I'm like. The more I read, the more she read this book. Kim is the character that will annoy you, cause it's just like, what are you doing? Like, she's the type of person in a scary movie, hear something outside and be like, let's go check, and going to go outside in the woods and just get, like, the signs are there. You done been beat on. And it ain't even it's just been, you've been hit at this point. You know, he's put his hands on you. He wants you to do things to him that you don't want to do.
Forgiveness. Sean arrived with flowers in hand. He wanted to see Quincy. He was so good with him. And Quincy ran over to hug him. I felt my heart melting.
So he came with flowers in the sequence. Because I would say he was really raising Quincy like that was his son. Because, I mean, Quincy, especially with that caramel skin, curls. I mean, the smile was adorable. I mean, Quincy's still adorable. But just looking at him when he was a kid, because we were kids. I mean, he was, yeah, it was, we understood why Diddy was towing him around like his kid, because he wasn't a dad at the time. And Quincy is adorable, especially as a young boy. Adorable.
He asked Quincy, how you doing, Tiger? Quincy looked so innocent as he responded, I'm good, I miss you. Sean's response sounded genuine. I miss you too. We'll hang out tomorrow, okay? Okay. Sean gave him a little love tap on the butt. It's bedtime, Quincy replied. Okay, good night, as he turned to head towards his bedroom.
Because what? On his butt. Kim, 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 Kim. A man that's not your child's father talking about a love tap. I mean, it's one thing, I guess, if that's his dad. And I understand, you know, go get him, Tiger. You do that on his head. Give him one of them little nuggies, whatever they call. I don't know. I'm not a dad. But Kim. And if he got a love tap on his butt, you know how low he had to be to do that? Don't get that low. That's why you get it on the low back. You get, I mean, you might, what? For that to even be in it, but that's what I said. She exposed only, not only him, but her. Because no, ma'am. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
Here was the man I fell in love with, but what was I thinking? Ish, not only does he want butt plugs, he slapped the ish out of me.
Exactly. Not only that, but that.
So why am I still talking to him? They say that love is blind, but is it stupid too? As Quincy,
It might, no, just maybe you might be a little bit, girl. The more because we don't really get to hear from the models. You know, she's a model. We see them, but especially if they're not, you know, a personality that's on the internet or something like that, we don't really get to hear from the models. But girl, you might be pretty. Oh, I hate to say it, but Kim, you might be pretty. Oh, Kim, you might be too pretty not to be too bright. That's gonna piss me off. Because even though it ain't no love is blind, it's talking about, girl.
Sean looked at me and smiled. Baby, let's go have some fun. The babysitter's on the way. I just want to show you a good time.
Now let's go have some fun. Not let's go have some fun. Sheesh.
I was so mad at myself for melting as I said, okay. We sat on the couch laughing and genuinely having a good time when the doorbell rang.
She talking about, I was so mad at myself for saying okay. Well, then stand on some boundaries and say, no, Sean, we're not doing this. Like, I can't believe this woman. My goodness.
Babysitter had arrived, and so we left. As we exited the house, a big man climbed out of the limo and opened the door for us. He wore a sharp suit with a gun noticeably tucked under his arm.
Okay, that is strange. But I wonder why the babysitter was coming. Cause did she plan on leaving? Cause I'm like, cause
thought to myself, he could have made it invisible. Or did he want me to see it?
Oh, and that's one thing that happens too. I don't like being around, nug toters or anything like that. Cause yeah, I feel her. It's just like you, especially as a lady, it's like you don't have to show this, but it's like, but did you want me to see it? Is this your way of asserting your dominance because I'm a female, or is this just what you do? I have dated someone like that, and I knew it wasn't gonna last. I think he knew that I did not trust him because I didn't know. I never understood just why, especially if I tell you that I'm uncomfortable with nugs, spelled backwards. Why do you just freely have them out, laying around, flashing them? It's very unsettling, and I had to get away from that. That's why I'm like, Kim.
Despite my reservation, Gene was a sweetheart. He was very courteous and polite. As he tipped his head and said, "Good evening, ma'am," Gene drew a smile out of me as I responded, "Hello." Gene and I would see each other a lot after this day.
Like she said, she had her reservations, but she doesn't listen. That's the thing. She kind of like me. I'm somebody that God is just like, you don't listen. Like you'll be somebody that hears God, but it's just like, okay, let me do something else. Or, I can't even explain it, but she's hearing, she's very, very, very aware. Like she said, from the beginning, she saw things, but she just turned her head because you should not be in these predicaments, girl.